Welcome back to the Cozy Rosie Crochet channel, and this is part 2 of my behind the scenes vlog. This past weekend I've been at the Summer Wool Festival and I was lucky enough to host 2 workshops and of course meet lots of wonderful people. Let me show you some of my time there. This is how I had my stand set up for the weekend. Got my lovely pattern spinner there showcasing 16 different patterns that I have in print. I also made use of my product tags that I'd created to hang from the actual clothes hangers to give people the descriptions of the patterns and the yarns that we used. Very excited to have my Christmas tree back on display during the Christmas in July sale. I did have some of the sale prices available on my stand alongside being on my shop as well. I highlight my best-selling patterns on my grid wall along with all of my beautiful books on that table too. My accessories have definitely been expanded over time to include more hook sizes. The cable and crossed is always a bestseller, and now it's also available with a kit where you can choose your yarn colour to stitch it up. I loved being able to display my lovely wrapped up in diamonds sweater alongside lots of other garments that are available to view in person as well. I think it really brings to life those patterns when they are touchable and feelable, and they give people a little bit more inspiration, and it gives me a chance to kind of discuss with them that yes, you can do it, and yes, you can make them, going through the stitches that are used in them in more detail to give people confidence to give them a try. The cable and cross cardigan printed pattern is one of the most popular bestsellers at all of my shows. It did kind of exceed itself this weekend, especially alongside the kits that were available. So they get 4 balls of yarn to stitch up and they get the free pattern alongside that as well. So quite a few of those went, and I actually had a pattern sell out, which is always very exciting. It's only happened once before, and that was on the Christmas book at the Knit and Stitch show in 2024. That was another one of the bestsellers this year, but the ultimate bestseller at this weekend show was the Strawberry Sunday cardigan. It was quite amusing that on Sunday at one point both myself and my 2 helpers, Julie and Faye, also had on their Strawberry Sunday hexagons, all in different shades. 2 of us had a solid colour on, and Faye had her beautiful blue version as well. So that may well have helped to sell those last few copies, but it's a complete sellout at the moment, so I will be having to reorder those this week, ready for the next show. The Christmas book was again one of the best sellers this weekend, and I think that Christmas tree really does help bring to life those patterns alongside having the garments available for people to feel the yarn that I've used and be able to go ahead and select the yarn they're going to make it in. I'm so grateful for everyone that popped by and had a few words to say to me, either telling me that they're already a follower or that they want to find out more about Cozy Rosie. I'm just so grateful for everyone who was able to make a purchase with me, and to everybody that stopped by the stand. Since 2019, I have been hosting crochet workshops, and being able to continue that alongside everything else is an absolute pleasure. And this weekend I got to host 2 lovely workshops. The first one was for 8 brand new, maybe not all brand new, but they were all relearning and learning crochet with me. And it was so lovely to see by the end of the workshop that they had absolutely nailed it and they were ready to go off to make their first project. Many of them popped by the stand and treated themselves to a hodgepodge blanket kit. I'm going to talk to you more about the blanket kits at the end, but it was really nice to see that they were off to make their first project as well. On Sunday, I got to host a workshop where we made some sunflowers together, and it's an interesting kind of project to make because it does start with a magic circle, and so many people find that quite a challenge. So it was nice to take people through step by step how to do a magic circle, and then to go on and to create a sunny sunflower. And the finished projects that people made were just absolutely beautiful. It was so great to see them going away with a finished sunflower or almost ready to go ahead and finish their petals. Had a really proud moment when I popped over to the atrium and saw the Dalton Border Leicester Yarn stand was. They're the company that I stitched up a cable and cross cardigan for, and very proudly they had the version I'd made in their stunning kind of mulled wine colour that was at the front of their stand. So I was very, very excited to see that and very proud at the same time. One of the most amazing things about the Summer Wool Festival does have to be the huge variety of crafts and the tools and the equipment and the kits that you need to give them a go. I was very lucky that I had, of course, the most amazing Neighbours, and I've got some of their stuff to show you as well. But I did also get to run into one of my previous neighbours from when I was at Waltham Abbey Wool Show in January this year, and that is Second City Yarns, whose stand is absolutely bright and breezy with a beautiful rainbow. Opposite my stand, I had the amazing Emma Cross Ceramics, who makes the most glorious yarn bowls that you've ever seen, and huge mugs, perfect for having those cuppers whilst we are crafting. Next to me, I also had the beautiful Moonlight Fibre, who drew me in with her beautiful neeps in her stunning yarn that you can see here. Her yarn was really captivating to me, and I think it really captured some of those nighttime hues. But there was one special product that I couldn't resist.
These are my absolute favourite, brushed merino.
Tell me more about your brushed merino.
It's 600 metres.
And what weight? Would you double strand it?
So anything that you would use mohair, you can put anything mohair,
yes,
you can substitute for the brushed merino.
Interesting.
Yeah,
and they are gorgeous colours. So can you do that for any of your colour ways if people needed to do a special order, or?
Yeah, just contact me on the website.
Wonderful, which I've got your web address for. Thank you kindly.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
We dye yarn, games, geeky stuff, pop culture, bright colours, moody colours, whatever you want. I've got it probably. I'm lying, I don't know. But yeah, we just like bright, we like shiny things, we like doing colours that maybe you wouldn't expect to put together.
So you're mainly a knitter, aren't you?
Yes, I do a bit of crochet,
Okay.
but mostly knitting. I love a sock.
Is that basically, you made this for me, didn't you?
Well,
I can't
I
see.
went inside your head and I thought, yeah.
Oh, I can't get it off. Hang on. There we are.
Good. It's called the Trans.
Oh,
it's
God.
one of the Pride
I
collections.
do this. I do it every time because it's my favourite colour scheme.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's the Trans flag.
Yeah. What are these?
So these are little 20-gram minis. They're Pokeballs from Pokemon, so that you can catch your Pokemon in a Pokeball. A 50-gram Pokemon.
That's genius.
Cute. I thought so. A few people get it. Some people just like the colours, which works as well.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm not a gamer in any sense.
Most people aren't here, but you'd be surprised how many people that read, knit, and like geek games.
Tell me about these, because
Many
you know I've already
pin
said
badges.
how much I love that one.
Yes. So I just wanted to have something shiny and bright and eye-catching, and I thought pin badges, that might be alright.
That
so I
is
bought
lovely.
a handful and I sold most of them. This is all I've got left.
Well done.
And then we need
These are
stoppers.
beautiful. I do think these should be made into earrings.
Could be done. I've got the equipment. I just
Please do, because I'll have. I don't knit obviously, but I would wear them as earrings. Oh,
I've
sorry.
got the earring attachments. I just need to find out the logistics of getting them attached.
And these stitch markers are to die for. I know they're not stitch markers really, but they are for us.
This is my husband's Tom's idea. He's like, wouldn't it be nice if I had a set of 3 Pride metal ones? I'm like, okay, you do that, babe. You do it.
They are beautiful. And my other lovely neighbours to the other side of me were the lovely Felt Wildly ladies, and they are absolutely wonderful. They're very, very kind as well. They're going to make me some beautiful badges, which I really appreciate. This beautiful bunny just was adorable, and they had kits in a box, which is really useful for someone who'd never tried needle felting before. You could pick up a kit to actually make something. They literally had kits for absolutely everything. I really liked the bumblebee because I do like bumblebees. I've actually just been distracted and had to try and rescue one that's got a bit thirsty. Hopefully it's going to be a float away by the time I get back out into the garden. But genuinely, if you are looking for a little present for someone, the pricing is so reasonable. So I've popped the links in the description box for all of the wonderful neighbours that I had at the show. So go ahead and check those links out below. When the weekend was wrapped up and all done, the final thing for me to do is, of course, to pack everything away safely in the car. Another foreshadowing there. And I do do a bit of a stock check. I did it this morning as opposed to yesterday, mainly because that allows me to get ready for the next show, make sure that I do have enough stock for the next show. Oh, speaking of the next shows, so the next one I'm going to be going to is actually the North East Wool Show, which is also organised by Nick and Natasha. And that one I'm just going to be doing workshops only. So I have 6 different workshops to host over the weekend, including the sunflowers. The Learn to Crochet is sold out, but there are various other workshops there that I'm going to be hosting, and I can't wait for that weekend. There's another Fiona who also does workshops, and we're going to be having our dinner that we do every year on Saturday night. I'll try and see if I can get some snippets of that for you. And then after the Northeast Wool Show at the end of August, I'm going to be at the Southern Wool Show, another one of Nick and Natasha's shows. They're so fabulous. I do all of them if I can, and that's going to be held at the Newbury Racecourse. And I'm really excited for that. I've never been to the show, so it's a brand new one for me. And then the next show after that is going to be the Knit and Stitch show in Alexandra Palace in London. I am going back to do it again. I'm extremely excited, and more excitingly, I'm going to be hosting a giveaway for some tickets for you to come along to the Knit and Stitch show in October, and that will be over on my Instagram, so make sure you are following me. I'll pop a link in the description box for you to go ahead and do that, and that will be being held in August so that you can arrange your transport and getting to the show, because it is a huge show and well worth going to. So I mentioned a couple of times about the hodgepodge blanket and packing up safely to leave the show, and all was going well. I couldn't fit my Christmas tree back in my car because I had to take Julie home with me. So very kindly, Diana of the Crochet Chain has transported my Christmas tree for me, and I'll meet up with it again in Newbury when she's also going to be there. So very carefully packed my car up, just managed to squeeze in my kind of trolley that I use to move stuff around, and that was it. We were on our way and heading home until a car pulled alongside me and mentioned that my boot was open. So I have lost a couple of things. You know that box of essentials, my black box that had my Vaseline, my double-sided tape, my safety pins, everything else in it, that had fallen out. And alongside that, my last remaining hodgepodge blanket that I'd taken with me had also fallen out. Very kindly, someone has picked everything up for me and left it at the venue, and Nick has arranged a meeting point for me to get my hands on that again, just to see if there's anything missing. I can't believe it. I feel so silly. Whoever gathered everything together for me and left it somewhere safe, a huge thank you to you as well. I mean, that's not the only car calamity I've had on the way to shows. Poor Julie, when I was driving us to the Stitch Festival, we had that car crash on the motorway as well. So it's all good fun. I'm really doing well at the driving situation here. That's the joy of being tired at the end of a show. So another thing to add to my checklist, make sure the car boot is shut. A huge thank you for joining me on this mini vlog to get us through this amazing week. It has been a busy one. I've enjoyed making these for you. You can see how tired I am today, but it is so worth it, because for me, I get to keep the memory of what actually happened at the show, because there's going to be many years of these, I hope, and it will be interesting to know what changes, what gets better, how many more times I damaged my car, that kind of thing. So a huge thank you for joining me for this video. Don't forget to keep your eye on my Instagram to enter that giveaway for the Knit and Stitch show tickets that will be coming out in August, and I will see you in the next video.